What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt from Matt Does Everything, and today we are back once again in the sky. Last time we did a small menagerie of things. We did some safety for the island, putting up some railings to go all the way around. We started piglin trading, which allowed us getting access to gravel, which allows us in turn to get access to more dirt. We can basically double our dirt by trading gold, getting access to gravel. And that sort of thing. And then we also installed a small shut-off port to our mob grinder for being able to single out a witch or a zombie villager that may or may not fall at any given time. So we can put them in a boat, get them out, get them established out here, and then try and get some villagers. Today, though, I think we need to do some general boring collection stuff. The dirt that we've had set up to turn this into a grassland is almost there. However, for all of these projects that we've done, and my first 3 deaths in the previous episode, I am running out of resources. I think I'm down to my last stack of cobblestone. I think I'm down to, I've got a little over a stack of wood. I'm running out of stuff, and it's not good. So rather than try to do all of it off camera, I figured I would do it on camera, get all of the gathering and stuff, do some time skippy things, maybe talk about some stuff, who knows. Interact with my live Twitch chat for a bit, to kind of endorse my Twitch, so that anyone watching these videos knows that I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that you can come interact live instead of just through comments. But regardless, it is a resource collection day. And I don't know how to hold a conversation very well, so I'm going to leave it in hopes of either my rambling procs something interesting, or the kind people already in my Twitch chat will talk to me about their day. But regardless, we're going to start with cobblestone. I'm aiming for about 9 stacks, because I think that's about a suitable amount to do everything that we want to do. And we will begin with that. So I am hands-free. I am full-on focused on mining this cobblestone. I have a few goals in mind. I'll be honest, when I started this series, I didn't know where I wanted it to end, and I had kind of been worrying about that for a while, but I think a friend of mine answered it for me pretty well. I think this series ends when I have recreated a Minecraft village here in my Skyblock world. I think that sounds like fun. It's an interesting little challenge. It lets me build. I'll probably add some personal touches to all of the buildings to give it some uniqueness and practice building in general, but it should be pretty interesting. So the fortunate thing is having access to cobblestone and oak wood means I should have access to nearly every block. I think the only thing I wouldn't have access to is clay, for like clay pots. I don't think I will have access to, I'm trying to think of what all else spawns in villages. I think it's just the clay and terracotta. Because I know, like, the stone cutter's house has terracotta. But everything else I should be able to do. And I think that's a fun little challenge of, like, hey, I've been spending all this time in Skyblock. What should I do to consider at the end? And I think it should be creating a village. There are also some job blocks that I won't be able to do. Like, I won't be able to do a cleric's job block because that requires a blaze rod, which is it requires a brewing stand. But that's okay. I can still build the church, which will be fun in its own right. But I think I'm gonna do that on the other side of the mob farm. I think I'm gonna build a bridge out and then build an entire scape. I think I'm gonna try and get enough dirt that I can do some terraforming out there. Maybe make a small cave or something, but I'm not sure. It sounds like a lot. But I know at the very minimum I want it to be on grass, which I say hesitantly, but I should be able to get to Silk Touch at some point. And I'll have an iron farm as soon as I have enough villagers for a villager breeder, which I then transport onto a iron farm to be able to make an iron golem. Actually, can I do that? I wonder if I can use cactus to kill an iron golem instead of lava. And still get the drops, because I didn't consider the fact that I need lava to kill the iron golems. And for that I need dripstone. So, actually, I'm not entirely sure about an iron farm right now. I'd have to find dripstone somewhere. I need dripstone and the dripstone stalagmite, which means I guess I need a wandering villager. Or a wandering trader. Hum, hum, hum. That'll actually be a hard one. I don't actually know how to set that, I'd have to look into other ways of doing iron farms, because I honestly don't know. I think I've bamboozled myself into a corner. But, anyway. We'll figure that out as we get to it. I still have at least 3 or 4 sessions of recording for this before I call it good. At the very least, I want to get access to the diamond armor from the armor smiths and the toolsmiths, which means I will need a crap ton of iron anyway. I need to figure out how to do a... How do I get... How do I get that? To the interwebs? I'm not entirely sure, actually. People are saying to just make a village and then kill the iron golem, which I can absolutely do, but I would worry about just obsessively dying. I'd rather make, like, a trap for them. But I'm not sure about the details of that. So I'm a little confused about how to do that. I might look that up some more in between everything. How we doing? We're up to 4, 3.5. We've gone through 2 pickaxes. That's not a lot. How much is a stone pickaxe even worth for mining now? I thought it used to be able to do a bit more than that. Though I guess I have lost some, like it's not a perfect... stone pickaxe... durability. It has 131 uses. Which means I should be able to get just over... I should be able to get exactly 2 stacks and a single block from it. Which means if I'm at... Which would mean I've lost 32 blocks in the 2 pickaxes that I've used. Which is a little depressing. It also means I may need more pickaxes, but I don't know. Bees, you're in chat. How excited are you for December 6th? Because I'm super excited for December 6th. Just call me a nerd? Hold on, what are you calling me a nerd for? Back it up a second. I'm so ready. I am also so ready. Being jobless is really unfortunate, but I am going to spend money at that concert. And because you knew how many blocks, my guy, I looked it up. I googled it. But yeah, I'm gonna buy the entire disc track for vinyls. It's like 35 per, and there's 7 of them. So I'm gonna be dropping hot money. But I did that for the Near. I went to the Near Orchestra when it was in Dallas too, and you know what? It's some of my favorite music of all time. It is really cool, and I love it a lot. I think Nier has one of the best soundtracks of any game I've ever played. Hands down, like, easily. It trumps Final Fantasy, it trumps The Legend of Zelda, it trumps so much. Nier and Clair Obscur, yeah. I don't remember if I pre-ordered the Clair Obscur vinyl set. I think I did. Yeah. So I should be getting that at some point, too. I'm just I guess I must be a nerd. Whenever I have a house, my vinyl's gonna be going at all times. Like, I don't know how that's gonna go. I need to get a jukebox and fill it with my own vinyls, and then just let it play on random. You told me about it, and I immediately spent money. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, I 100% need to do that. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that is that how it works? I honestly have no idea. Sure. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. But it would be really cool. Like, there has to be some variant of that, right? Hold on, I'm getting Discord notifications. Sorry, I asked a friend of mine about keyboards because I really need a new one. I'm so tired of having this mini keyboard that has no F keys and no numpad. It is killing me on the inside. But, yeah, so I would love to have something that would allow me to load it with time for a big boy keyboard. So my only reason that I used this keyboard as much as I have, like, it's real tiny. It's this upside down, and it's kind of, don't get me wrong, it's tiny, it's awful. It doesn't have F keys, it doesn't have numpad, it doesn't have arrow keys, and I've come to regret that. However, it is an entirely modular keyboard, which I think is really cool. So I can take off this key, and then you can see the actual key switches in there, and they're removable. And so I can take them and replace them with whatever key I want to be able to have whatever sensitivity or feeling of key that I want. And then I can also make custom key caps and have those as well. And it's really nice. And I got this for free. This was given to me as a Christmas gift while I was working for in my last job. And it's really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's really nice. But it's gotten to the point where I really wish I had arrow keys because of stuff I'm doing for school. I really wish I had my numpad for some stuff I'm doing for school. The F keys are really nice in certain games that I play, like Minecraft or like League of Legends. And I'm at the point where I kind of want them back. I kind of want them back. And I have, like, a keyboard replacement. It's in a box somewhere, but I have it. I just don't know where it's at right now. But I'm thinking, I've actually, so my mother, bless her heart, she's gotten tired of asking the three of us boys, my dad, me, and my brother, what we want for Christmas every year, because we're always like, we don't know, or we don't care, or some variance of that statement. And she's gotten tired of it. So she's basically, she told me the other day, a week ago, something like that, hey, listen, make a list on Amazon. If there's nothing there, you get nothing for Christmas. And I'm like, okay. And so I've been putting together a Christmas list basically on Amazon right now, which is, I just find it so funny. It's so fitting for like my family. And I'm not gonna lie, I currently have 5 things on the list, which I feel bad about because they're kind of on the expensive side. But each one of them, like 4 of the 5 things I think that I've put on there have served no other purpose than improving my stream quality. Because let's see, let's open up this list. So I have a new mouse on here that's got, I think, 9 side buttons, which will be great for things like 14, be great for having additional keybinds for Minecraft, that sort of thing. I put the Elgato HD60X, which is a capture card, so I can start streaming from my PlayStation 5. I put a new face cam, because I think the face cam's quality for this one has dropped considerably due to age, and I'd love to replace that. A new microphone, because I'd love to get a condenser microphone. So I'm looking at the Blue Yeti, which would be super cool. I have an Elgato Stream Deck that I would love. That's on here. And then my last one, because someone asked me about instruments, I think last night, got me to thinking about things that I want for other purposes. So I have a guitar, I have a saxophone, and I used to take classes for piano because I really love piano. So I put a keyboard on there. So I have anyway, long story short, I just find it very funny, like, I'm making this Christmas list, and the first 4 things, or 4 of the 5 things that I've so far put on there, are entirely dedicated to, like, upping the quality that I present myself in things. I would put computer parts on there, but my mother has no idea what computer parts are, and I would worry that she would purchase the wrong thing. God bless her soul. So, yeah, I should pull out my saxophone. I should do something with it. I might do that today. I haven't played it in a long time, and I really want to. I really enjoyed playing the saxophone. Let's see, what are we up to? Okay, that is 9 stacks of cobblestone. Perfect. That means we can stop mining. That also means that the next thing we need to do is gather a bunch of wood, which we can abuse the bone meal feature. I played piano for about 6 years. Wow. That's awesome. I'm a big orchestral music fan, so piano, string instruments are like, I enjoy them a lot. They're my my favorite. I'm gonna set these up here for a second. Get some nice organization going in the chests. Yeah, I wish I had taken voice lessons instead. Really? That's interesting. I mean, I think there's something to be said about being self-taught with music. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Or with vocals. Oh, I still have the toggle break on. I was like, why? What is happening right now? It's because I'm dumb. It's fine. We're going to take some time here, and we're going to get ourselves some more wood. I think if I get a stack of logs, that's totally justifiable. Oops. Yeah, I was definitely pushed into playing one of two instruments when I was growing up, because my family was big into band, my mom was in band, my brother was in band, so naturally I would be in band. And at the time, we weren't doing well financially, and so we couldn't afford to even rent an instrument from the band, to be able to play whatever it is that I wanted. So I ended up I had the choice between an old friend's saxophone or my mother's clarinet. And my brother had also learned how to play the clarinet. So I, in my infinite wisdom, was like, yeah, I'm different. And so I took the saxophone path. And I don't regret it at all. I loved playing my saxophone. I think it's a very pretty sound. I would then go on to march in marching band with a baritone saxophone is where I ended. And let me tell you, that was rough. My baritone saxophone was so heavy. Like, having to march in this position the entire time was rough. There are days when I miss it. That there are. Alright, we've gathered a stack of oak logs, which is great. That gives us a great backlog of wood. Allowing us to have some more resources available at will. It's fantastic. And I think our grass is just about there, which is super exciting. It is? Oh my gosh, it's gone so far already. Okay, so we're going to start using that wood right away, because we're going to cordon off that area with fences so that if we get mob spawns, which I'm hoping we do, we don't have to worry about them roaming across our land. As well take them all. I don't know if that's more than what we need, but we'll find out. It probably is more than what we need, but that's okay. I'm not afraid of having extra fences around. So this is super important. Now that we have grass and everything here, we may have enough room for us to start spawning things like cows, chickens, sheep, which will give us access to A, better food than fish, but B, things like wool and leather, which is fantastic. Those are great resources to have. And for now, I'm just hoping that it works. Let's take some bone meal and get some grass growing out there as well. This is exciting. Punk. God dang it. Punk. Alright. So we'll go ahead and spawn this. Take out the 2 talls. Okay, as soon as the rest of this grows, we should have an opportunity for some wildlife. Right. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to separate these for a higher more opportunity to spawn the different melons and stuff. We're gonna expand it out to here and then put a gap between them. Let's do that real quick as well. Grab some dirt. Grab the hoe. Grab these cobblestone slabs. We might need a little bit more, so we'll take a little bit of everything. See, isn't resource gathering great? Resource gathering is wonderful. Alright, so we're going to start this by walking up here like this. I'm going to break this in hopes that I get it back. Nice. Okay, cool, because now I'm going to put it here, this here, that there. And that should still be in range of the water in order to do what it needs to do. Nice. Perfect. These should moisturize. They should be within range, yeah. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. But this way, it'll encourage these, the pumpkins and the melons to grow. Nice, we didn't lose a single piece. Perfect. Yep, and see, it's already saturated, so those will saturate in time, and we should have access to more pumpkins and melons, which is great. Break these, get some replanting in. We'll need a lot of food whenever we eventually get villagers as well, in order to breed them. Which brings us to the other thing that I want to do today, which is go get some more gold so that we can get some more gravel, so that we can get some more dirt. It all comes full circle. Go ahead and organize our inventory a bit. That way, if anything unnecessary happens, we don't have to worry about losing a bunch of stuff. Again. Okay. Actually, I have another sword in here, so we'll take both. Alright, let's go see about getting some more gold so that we can... And let's go grab our gold nuggets, actually. Get some more gold so we can get some more gravel so we can get some more dirt. So that we can plan for the future. Are you guys still upset? Alright, so what we'll do is we're actually going to wait a bit. We're going to let them spawn up before we go attacking them again. If I shoot this guy, are you going to get upset? No? Cool. Why are there so many of you back there? Okay, cool. Those guys are gone. Yeah, now more normal pigmen are spawning. All done! Congratulations! Oh, he dropped a whole ingot. Let's go. Nice. It's almost a whole 2 more. Pick these 2 for right now. We'll toss one to you. Can you pick that up from there? Yeah, you can. Toss one to you. Nice, more gravel. That's super exciting. Okay, cool. Nether quartz. That's interesting. We can do some stuff with that. I think I am just out of the proper spawn range. Alright, buddy. Alright, bud. What are these jukes? What is this? No, they're spawning good. I didn't mean to hit him off. I think it would be worth widening this. Nice. Friend. Nice. What you got for me? Ooh, nether brick. That's interesting. Alright. Well, we got some more gravel, so we can make some more dirt, which is super exciting. We'll go ahead and take care of that. Let's put away some of this other stuff that we found. Like this nether quartz. Or these bricks, which I will put in here. But we can take our dirt and our gravel. We will split them up to make more. So we just turned 9 into 16. Shovel us upstairs. Ouch. Alright. And now we have 16 more dirt than we had before, which is phenomenal. We can actually do it a second time with what little we have left of the gravel, which nets us another 12. That's us another 6, because we used 6 in the crafting recipe. Very, very cool. With our ability to now duplicate dirt, by the way, we can look into expanding our farms too, which might come in a future episode, because that would be fun. However, I think that's going to do it for episode 8, if my math is right, of our Skyblock adventure. So, thank you all so much for watching. We've accomplished a lot of the more monotonous things we needed to do, and I'm not complaining about that at all. Next time we are aiming for our first villager, and in order to do that, we need a witch and a zombie villager. So I hope you'll join me for that. If you liked this video, like and subscribe. You know, do all the things, call to action and all that jazz. However, I am gonna ask for comment interaction. There's a lot of stuff about this. What's your game of the year? Leave that down in the comments. Interesting stuff. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.